Welcome to the core gameplay overview video for the Infinity Wars Alpha. My name is Robert Slan and I am the player experience designer for Infinity Wars. Note that what you're seeing is still very much a work in progress, and much of the art, animations, abilities, and even mechanics are not final. Firstly, let's have a quick look at the deck I've made that we're using today. Infinity Wars is like a classic trading card game with some very key evolutions. The first thing you'll notice is that in Infinity Wars, each player selects 3 commanders. Any character card in your deck can be upgraded to a commander. The factions these commanders belong to also determine which cards you are able to use in your deck. To explain our highlight gameplay feature of Infinity Wars, Simultaneous Turns, let's go into a game already in full swing. We've elegantly designed this so there's only need for 2 phases, planning and resolution. Here in the planning phase, we choose which spells to cast, bring out new characters, and freely move characters around the battlefield. We do this in whatever order we please, since the computer will automatically play things out in order during the resolution phase. When both players click End Turn, the computer takes care of the resolution phase. Too easy, no need for boring calculations or rule confusion. Now I'll click End Turn, and we can see the order of the resolution phase play out. Firstly, you'll see all cards change positions simultaneously. And now abilities go off, alternating between players. Lastly, combat happens starting with the left characters and moving through to the right. This makes the gameplay clean and quick, and opens the game up to some fun intrigue and bluffing. Okay, now let's see the first few turns of a game. Firstly, notice your commanders are out on the field on the first turn in the command zone. Their abilities are able to be used immediately, and we can pay to play them straight onto the field without having to wait a turn to attack or defend. You start the game with 1 resource, and each turn you get 1 extra maximum resource. All your resources will replenish at the start of each turn. These resources can be spent on any card in my hand. I'm going to play a Wealthy Noble. All characters played from my hand get placed into my support zone and can't be used or moved this turn. My Commander Alita has a cool ability I can use immediately, so I'll buff my Unending Drone. My turn is done, so I will press End Turn. Now that I've got more resources, I am able to play my Unending Drone from my command zone. Since he is a commander, I can attack with him straight away, and my Wealthy Noble is no longer exhausted, so I decide to move them both into my attack zone. You can never have enough buffs, so I'll use my Alita again. Combat resolves left to right. Since my Unending Drone has 3 health, he only takes 1 damage from the opponent's Wealthy Noble. Unending Drone has done his damage, and there's no more defenders to stop my Wealthy Noble, so my opponent loses 1 health from his fortress. He's also lost his Wealthy Noble this turn, that costs 1 resource, so he loses 1 morale. If either value hits 0, he will lose the game. At the start of the next turn, as always, we draw another card. Now I'm going to play Dragon Project, a location card that literally transforms the battlefield. Why? Mainly because it looks cool. I'm just going to end my turn and do 4 more damage to my rather boring opponent. Okay, it seems like he's not so boring. He's casted Cannon Fire on my Unending Drone. This turn, I'm simply going to exhaust, or some may know it as tapping, my Dragon Project to start it building a 15/15 freaking robot dragon. Exhausting something like this means it can't be used again or be used in combat this turn. Now we'll see some of the incredible depth of intrigue and strategy in Infinity Wars. I'm predicting he will use a second Cannon Fire, but it only works on characters on the battlefield. So I'm going to move my Wealthy Noble back to my support zone from the battlefield. Now I'll click End Turn, and yep, he's used his Cannon Fire, so it fails. We'll pause the game there. That's it for now. I look forward to bringing you more videos soon covering complementary systems outside of core gameplay, including advanced deck strategy, quests, and remote gameplay. For more information, visit infinitywarsgame.com.